What's going on, everyone? It's Coach Nish. Today, I wanted to just talk to you all about a book that I'm reading that is on reconciliation, healing the inner child by Thích Nhất Hạnh. This book has been really a profound reading, just about getting back into my inner child, the work that I do with my clients. If you don't know, I help high achiever women who are experiencing burnout work through their shame, guilt, and help them redefine their lives in a much more fulfilled and authentic way through mindfulness practice, playful inner child, and wellness techniques. Today, the excerpt I'm reading is actually on nourishment. And within that nourishment, it's about not running away from our hurt, our shame, our guilt through other means of entertainment. So let me read this excerpt and then we'll talk a little bit about it. One One way many of us run away from our suffering is by consuming food or entertainment. We feel so lonely, sad, empty, frustrated, or afraid that we try to fill up that feeling with a movie or a sandwich. That's our way of dealing with what's deep inside. We want to suppress our pain, despair, anger, and depression. So we listen to music, open the fridge to find something to eat, pick up a magazine to read. We consume. Even if a TV show isn't interesting at all, we still watch it. We think anything is better than expecting the ill being in us. The more we consume, the more we bring into ourselves the toxins of violence, craving, despair, and discrimination, and we make the situation worse. With the energy of mindfulness and concentration, we can look into the nature of our ill being and identify the source of nourishment that has brought it to us. Nothing can survive without food, not even suffering. No animal or planet can survive without food. In order for our love to survive, we have to feed it. If we don't feed it, or if we feed it the wrong kind of nutrients, our love will die. How many times when you're bored do you go to food? How many times when you're sad do you go to food? When you're angry, do you go to food? Do you reach for the drink? Do you say, I'm having a hard day from work, so I need to get drunk? I've been a victim. I've definitely been one to ignore myself, to ignore what's going on, my situation, and want to run. A lot of that is being avoidant. I love talking to people about food because that's something that I do. I talk to people about dieting, and I say that very loosely. It's more about just making better choices, detoxing. The more we detox and we cleanse our mind, body, and soul, the less we want to run for these cravings. A lot of it has to do with parasites that are in our body from too much sugar, but also too much sugar that's in our mind from the toxicity that we watch, from the people that we're around. You constantly want to run for sex, food, and drugs when really you need to tap back in here to your heart that's hurting, that's broken. Literally holes just punched in. And every time you're not aware of it, or every time you just reach for the fridge and you don't go in, you just keep hurting yourself. You just keep adding layers and layers and layers of the fear, the anxiety, the depression, the anger. It just keeps building up until you just constantly explode, or it's something else that's even more serious. Why do we run? Because it's uncomfortable. Doing the work is uncomfortable, but it helps in the long run. There's studies out there that even say how cancer can be linked to sadness or grieving that you haven't dealt with because it's just layers on layers. Sit with yourself. Do a meditation. Put your hand on your heart. Say, I love you. Say sorry to your inner child for all the ways that you've neglected yourself, not setting boundaries, not eating right. Because every time you eat the piece of cake or whatever it is that's your vice, it's only a temporary moment of satisfaction. But what if you could have an overwhelming life filled of fulfillment, of love, of mindfulness, where no matter what, because there will always be chaos and disorder in our lives, but what if you could feel so good within your heart, your mind, body, and soul, that you're unshakable?